morning, madam. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is having a fantastic Saturday. No worries, it's like a long weekend. So I'm excited. I'm excited to hear what people are getting themselves into. What are you up to, madam?
Okay, I gotta tell you this my 9 a.m. wake up story. So, okay, I slept in. I was like, I had a long week. I had a launch that didn't launch, so I was a little stressed, and I was like, screw it, I'm sleeping in. I took 2 melatonin gummies, and I'm like, dude, deuces, I'm out of here. So I wake up because my dog wakes me up, right? And I know we pushed the time for him. So I walk in and there's a clock above my refrigerator and I see it 9:05 and I went into massive panic mode because that clock is an hour behind. We never set it forward. So I was like, "Oh gosh. Okay, I know I'm notoriously bad for not waking up on time or getting to the backstage on time for you particularly." So I know I'm like, "Oh shizas. Raquel has got to be texting me like crazy and wondering where the hell I am. I'm running upstairs. I turn on my computer and then I realize it says 9:05 and I was like, "Son of a sea cook." At least I'm early. So there's my morning. That's how I am right now. So I'm awake. I'm awake.
I see that. And you know what? I've learned my lesson. I'm just like, it's chilled. It's gonna be okay. I said, Syya, I guess that she's good. She's gonna be on time today. So I'm actually not stressing out. I'm like, we're good. And it's been particularly like cold these last few days here in Houston. So
I know.
I'm just like, I'm just moving slower than usual. But anyhow, let's see who's coming, popping up. Oh, Dr. Constance. Hello, CJ. Good to see you. Good morning to everyone. But yeah, we've been having horrible weather this whole week in Houston. I don't know if it's like that in Dallas for you.
Mm-mm. It's been
No?
actually pretty decent. I mean, yeah, it's been like again, I've been trying to work on this launch. I honestly, this is gonna be really bad. I know Brian Sagre and everyone that's all about healthy wellness. I have not stepped foot outside this past week except for meetings. And it's been fairly warm. I think I'd say like 70s maybe. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm yeah, I don't know if it's been hot or cold. I've
No,
been hot though. I've been hot. So we'll just leave it at that right now.
yeah, no, I get you. I get you. But yeah, no, it's been really weird this week. So but anyhow, it's just long as it's good for Easter Sunday, for all the little kids out there, gonna pick their eggs. So for those who I guess celebrate that, happy Easter for y'all, Easter weekend, Easter,
Happy
right?
Passover,
And
happy
all the right.
Ramadan, happy many other religions maybe I'm not aware of.
Right, right. Yeah, that the whole religion thing, yeah, I don't really touch upon that just because let me tell you a little story before, people start judging. It's half of my family in El Salvador when I was growing up is Catholic and the other half is Jehovah's Witness. So it's like when I was spending one weekend with them, it's like the Catholic, all the teachings and then the Jehovah's Witness teachings in the next weekend. It confused me. So when I
Mhm.
came to the States, I was like, I want nothing to do absolutely nothing to do with religion. So please leave me alone. So, needless to say, I'm very spiritual. I just don't have a label,
Right.
as in normal individuals would say. So, but that's why it's like I don't really want to talk about religion because it's so confusing to me sometimes. But whatever you celebrate, happy that. Okay.
Happy, 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 happy. That's the here's the thing I love. And you know what? And I'm gonna be like, a little saucy here, and I know I'm gonna stress you out because I enjoy stressing you out. The thing I think about religion in general is that it all of them really inherently teaches you just to be a better human. Like, how do you live in a world that's incredibly diverse, that's incredibly different, but increasingly smaller and more intimate with technology? And I feel like if we can overlook quote differences but embrace the commonality, I think religion can be such a powerful uniting good thing for us as humans. And yes, I'm not religious. I'm not of I'm not bound to a specific religion, but I'm very spiritual. I do believe in the power of humanity. So that is that is my that is my two
I
cents
think
on
I
that.
think you've
So
summarized it pretty powerfully there. The power of humanity. At the end of the day, is are you a decent human being? Are you really living to do the best for others, leading with kindness, leading with your heart, and just want to make this a better place, the world a better place. So I think at the end of the day, that is what I see in other individuals. I don't see labels, and that's how everybody should be, right? But anyhow, before we get carried over, we're already 5 minutes in. Madame Producer Extraordinaire, would you mind running the intro?
I would mind because you just made me stop drinking my delicious coffee. Of
Well,
which CJ is actually, I think, she hasn't had her coffee yet because it's like early. Hey, by the way, Pacific Coast people, West Coasters, thank you for joining. It is 8 a.m. your time, so thank you very much for getting up early on a Saturday morning. Even though
yeah,
CJ doesn't sleep, so it's like a moot point.
yeah, we had already established that she's a night owl. She's an all day owl. I don't know what she does. It's just
I
like
know,
she probably hooks herself up to like a coffee machine or something.
legit, legit, legit. All right, girl, let's kick this off.
Let's go.
Hey y'all, welcome to my corner. This is your girl Raquel, aka Raki. Step into our world of connections where I'm a proud Hounds of Business Pack leader, which is a community of entrepreneurs committed to sharing positivity, growing together, and never forgetting to inject some fun. Get to know amazing people in this safe space, so come and join me in my connection corner.
Hey, hey, hey,
Hey, I
hey.
love that. I do love that song. I do. Good choice, girl. Like legit.
We always say that it really does get you in the mood to just vibe, whatever vibe it is. It's like a neutral thing. So I love it. I think it just sets my Saturdays even better. But anyhow, let's give a couple shout outs to people who are in the chats, in the comments. I know we saw Dr. Leland earlier. I saw Mary Baker. What's up, girl? Thank you so much for being so amazing. Just other individuals popping up. I see Annie Wu. Oh my God, Annie Wu.
Annie Wu, where are you, Bew?
You. I love you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I know it's early for you as
Oh,
well. We miss you, girl.
we
I know
miss
you're.
you, beautiful. Oh my god. Okay, can we just talk about Annie Wu for just a quick
Yes.
second? Because Annie has been like all over the fracking place. Like it's CPG trade event time, I guess. It's that season for them. And so that girl's been everywhere, like high-fiving everyone. And like all I'm saying is it's pretty darn exciting to see her just hustling and putting herself out there. And I'm just so excited with your Sweet Story Media and all the great videos that you guys are putting together and producing. So shout out Annie Wu on that. I miss you, girl.
We'll miss you too, darling. I'm so excited that you're right here. So shout out to you. But yes, girl, I mean, we have so many different individuals who are really, really doing so many wonderful things out there. And for those, if this is your first time pulling up to the show and to this program, what is the reason why we're doing this, right? So the idea is, networking, the power of having a community, the power of belonging to something that is bigger than you, but actually you feel where you belong. And so that's why, I named this place or this safe space connection corner, because we are on LinkedIn, right? To network, to connect, to just be one with other individuals. Whatever the reason you might be here to network for, whether that's just for business or transactional, or actually really making lifelong friends, which that's like one of my things, right? I really love getting to know individuals. I really enjoy getting to nurture the relationships. And if it becomes transactional, more, I mean, even the better, right? But
100.
I love collaborating. I love networking. I love being able to unite individuals from different industries, and so that they find a common ground what they're able to create poof magic stuff and impact the world and make it a better place. So this is your first time on this show, in the comments, I really urge you to connect with individuals you've never connected before. It doesn't matter if you're in different industries. Sometimes I find that we learn better from other individuals that are not within our own expertises. So, and that's why, I'm part of this community, the Hounds. If you want to go ahead and roll, one of the sponsors that makes this possible, that would be awesome. That ties into what we're talking about, right? So,
For
the,
shiznets. All
the
right.
leader, the alpha individual who started all of this. And I always say that, without him, I wouldn't be here doing what I'm doing now. So I definitely give him a shout out, and one of the proud sponsors of this show. It's Mike Asherbrander and his Hounds of Business Happy Hour. He has a show every Wednesday, y'all. Don't miss it. He has amazing individuals, amazing panelists. And his show is at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And he brings individuals from many different expertises. And Mike himself, he's the pro business mechanic, and he helps you here on LinkedIn as well grow, and outside of LinkedIn as well grow your business, and also do so many amazing things with your personal growth. So give him a shout out. And again, he's amazing with the community of the hounds. I cannot, I can talk about it all day long, but I'm a hush now.
Well,
So
if I may interject, I will say this much. Like, okay, I know people are trying to understand, like, especially if you're here on LinkedIn, right, on a Saturday, you're looking to build and grow a network, or you're trying to check it out, or trying to figure out what the hell is going on with LinkedIn, right? It's not a job posting site anymore. If
right.
I may clarify, there are ways that you can grow without having to rely on bots, without having to rely on chat GPT, without having to rely on, saying this in the kindest sense, other countries to bolster your quote numbers. If you want true engagement, true business, true actual emotional connections, our community here, I know it sounds like a pitch, but it really is true. This week, you guys, this last month, actually, I'll say it this much. Um, I have never been so touched in my cold, icy heart more than this past month, seeing how everyone has come together. I mean, there's some serious life issues going on with members that, we're friends with. I can say friends with now. Um, and I cannot believe how beautiful the power of everyone saying, "Hey, I'm here for you. Are you okay?" There have been private text messages that this goes beyond just a LinkedIn connection. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm really touched by it. Like I said, my cold, icy heart was warmed up a little bit, maybe 2
Yes.
degrees. So
No, I completely agree with you on that. And many people see just whatever happens on the surface, but at the end of the day, we really have the cross collaborations really like lead themselves to actual friendships. And we're talking about, Mike will pick up the phone when he sees that I'm not, somewhere, and he's like, okay, that's not like that's unlike you. What's going on? Are you okay? Every single day we check on one another. It's something beautiful to watch. And I always like to say that I don't see any other group really doing this out there in any space in social media. So I'm very lucky. I'm very blessed. We who belong to this community of the hounds are very blessed to have one another. And yeah, so if you're looking to join a community, like I said, we're always here. Reach out to Mike, reach out to Syya, reach out to myself. And we're embracing individuals from all walks of life. That's just the beauty of what it is. As long as you have a great heart and lead with kindness, hey, you're here. So yeah, so who's next as a sponsor?
I don't know, this little thing called Brilliant Bee Media. So if you're wondering exactly, okay, that's great. So Hounds of Business, there's a community, everyone's a pack leader, everyone works together. Well, you know what? There are ways that you can execute your message, and we do it strategically, simply, brilliantly, and effectively. So Brilliant Bee Media is my company. I am sponsoring this show. I do help clients with both their messaging, their execution of leveraging tools like Livestream, for example, to create digital content that's cohesive for your marketing strategy. Talk to me. I do typically work with businesses. However, if you're a solopreneur, entrepreneur, there's definitely opportunities for us to help you, whether you can afford it now or I can help you DIY until you can offload it. By all means, please chat with me, chat with Raquel, chat with Mike, because they are both on my team. Because at Brilliant Bee Media, we believe in not only sharing our light, but powering the light of our light together as one beacon. Oh, shit. I had it really good up until the end, man.
I was just like,
I
maybe
had it really
she's
good.
going with this. Now I'm over here trying to be your spokesperson right here, like showing you all, the lights that we have here in the back. But it is true, though. I mean, this is what you do, Sia, and you do it brilliantly. By the way, I've never seen, I've never worked with anybody else who actually puts out amazing content like Brilliant Bee Media does, and it just, you're behind it. You're the maestro of everything, and everything that you touch really turns into magic. So I love that because we've worked, as you see in the back here, we support one another, right? I have it's like 5 individuals back here whom I really support because we love one another. We really genuinely care about one another. Yes, you can see individual shout outs to you. I saw you in the comments, Mr. Nick Smethurst. I saw you earlier. So shout out to you. But we do support one another. Lovely Lachelle, Stephanie Delfonso, and Dina. We just love you guys. And well, that segues into our next sponsor, doesn't it? Our beautiful, beautiful Tazi brands, right? This is our beautiful Tazi. I love this. I know you also have one of your own, our beautiful hounds, Janice Shukran, which I know she's super busy right now after getting an investor, right? Already helping.
Oh no! Yep, she got an investor, and now she's shooting a show.
My God.
She's doing a video production for this weekend. So she actually literally she just sent us pictures this morning of like the behind the scenes. I okay again, you guys. Janice walked. I think she came to the Hounds or the Hounds show,
Yes.
and
Yes.
Mike picked her randomly, and it was just she just blended in so well with the crew. Extraordinarily giving, and if I may say, her story. Okay, if I can, you guys, as we all know, we're all older. I think everybody in this group has a parent. Let's assume so, unless you're an alien. And her story is very, touching. We all know when you have an aging parent or loved one that's entering that last stages of life, comfort is a huge challenge and issue. You can stuff only so many pillows to get these folks that can't move for themselves anymore. And she found that her mom and her dad were like in massive pain because they didn't, you know, not one pillow is all going to do everything at all. However, if you have flexibility in that pillow to support certain key areas and elements, like behind your neck, like for me, my lumbar, right, my back,
Yes.
that's what she realized. And then the use case applications is not just for those that are end of life or elderly. You guys, this thing travels perfectly well in the plane. How many times have you fallen asleep, Raquel, and like head bobbed?
Many,
You know what I
many
mean?
times. Absolutely. Hmm.
So, yeah, so right there, that you see Janice, like that beige thing behind her head is literally it cradles your neck so you can fall asleep and not do that weird ass head bob thing that happens when you fly. So, my gosh, that was like a huge promotion
But
segment.
she deserves it because you know what, she's been through so much, and she took her trauma and turned it into something so positive that is impacting people's lives, and anybody. And it's not just the elderly and individuals who are in these type of facilities, right? It's for everyone. I benefit from it because I suffer after my accident. I suffer from back pain, so it's just been so amazing that keeping me comfortable and in posture. So Janice, thank you so much. You lovely. I love you so much, and I just wish you the best. I know, with the hounds behind her, we're going to rally and just make this an amazing thing for her. So excited for you, sending you positive vibes and all the good juju, like Sia says. But yeah, there it goes. And you got the same colors I did, girl.
Like
I
I had
love
to
it.
get blue. I had to get blue. It's my color. It's my company colors, right? So I
Yes,
had to get blue.
yes, absolutely. Well,
So
there you have it, guys. So those are our prod sponsors of this show. Please connect with them, follow them, and if you're able to, hey, let's go ahead and support them. They're amazing individuals, and if I don't know if she's in the comments, but also find them in the comments and connect. I mean, the thing is like. The wonderful thing about it is just getting to know one another. Really, don't pitch slap. Just get to know one another. We don't like pitch slapping around these areas.
yeah, we can definitely talk more about that because I think we have a lot of international guests today, and so I think
Yeah,
a lot of it needs a little education, a little cultural thing, which is, if you don't understand what pitch slap means, what we're talking about is for those that we're all about connecting. By all means, you guys go ahead and put your LinkedIn link there. That's okay. Just don't do it like 100 times. First off, but put your link in there and explain who you are, what you do, and that way and what you're looking for, because not all connections make sense, right? We want to make sure that the connections that we're trying to cultivate here is something that's going to be a great seedling that will sprout into something like a really solid tree, right? So pitch slap, let's describe that real quick because I think that was the feedback we got, Raki, is the fact that there are some
yes.
international folks that may not understand.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So yeah, pitch slapping basically, it's the art of actually just whether it's connecting with somebody and just automatically doing business. Like you send them something, you don't even say like a hello, or you just want to put yourself out there like that. But it's the wrong approach, right? If you really genuinely want to get to know somebody, then you leave the business for last. If the business comes, then great, right? But it's very annoying. You know, it's like we get pitch slapped every single day. And after that, you become so desensitized that you don't even really want to get to know people. Like you just start being so dismissive. And I don't like being like that. But it's come to that
Mm-mm.
point where all those individuals who are kind of misused it have led me to become cold hearted, in some sense. But that's just not who I am. But now it's taking me more time to kind of swift through the ones that are not really worth my time. And it sounds bad, but it's the truth. That's what happens when you overuse your pitch slapping. Just simply just don't do it. Play safe.
The best way to put it is this: if you meet someone for the first time, whether it's at church or at the bar, okay, either way, or at school or at work, you don't walk up and the first thing you say to them, even before hello, is, "Hi, how you doing? What do you want to pay me for?" It's like, I, I don't want to pay you for anything. I don't know who you are. So don't use a bot, you guys. So I see this with a lot of international folks, and I just want you to understand, culturally in the United States, can you kindly get to know each other first? Be yourself. If you lead with being yourself, that will get you further along.
Mhm.
So and that will actually, I'm not opposed to working with international folks, and I'm in the content creation space. I could use a lot of skill sets.
Mhm.
But if you come to me with a bot, I'm not going to accept you. I'm going to ignore you. Help me understand
Right.
who you are. What is that you like? Do you love dogs as much as I do? Do you love music as much as I do? Share something. And you know who could really share their international perspective with us? That's been kind of sitting around waiting for
I
us.
know this our wonderful guest for the day. I am so excited to have him just because he's so amazing. So welcome to the show, Dayle Rodriguez.
Thank you having me.
He's probably thinking, when are these ladies gonna shut up so I can come up?
No, everything you said, I 100% agree with. Like, I'm going to lower the tone of action. I don't want to get you guys in trouble. But pitch slapping, first of all, that's the first time I heard it. But it's like dudes who send dick pics on Tinder, right? Like, you couldn't do that in real life. You can't just be like, hey girl, and it's kind of the same
Yeah.
thing in business. Like you just said, Syya, no matter where you are, church, school, you got to just be like, hey man, how's it going? You might have an ulterior motive to sell or whatever, but just got to be nice. Don't be a douche. Simple.
Yeah, that is very true. Definitely, because people have, it's like they lack that sense of etiquette and to some degree. And so, it's like we're trying to educate them. Let's educate one another so that we can keep it in a peaceful place. But anyhow, Dayle, oh my gosh,
Mm.
it's so awesome to have you here. I know, we've crossed paths in the past on your show. I cannot even begin to say the name of
Go
your
on,
show.
give it a try. Give it a try. Give it a try. Give it a try.
Oh my gosh.
Flabanga Montrafo.
You nailed
Wait,
it.
wait,
You
say-
said it. You said it better than me.
It's like Flabanga Montrafo. Something like that, right?
It's exactly
Oh
like
my
that.
gosh. Can I just tell you, when you told me about that initially, I was like, I'm sorry. Could you try to speak English to me one more time? And I could have sworn we have a common language together. You got to tell me a story. Where the hell and how the hell did that come about? Because that is just some
Seriously.
Yeah.
some made up language I have never heard of.
Okay. So when I first doing live streams, they were more jovial natures. Like I do kind of like business slash, kind of like you guys, like personality. But I interview people about their industries and get their insights. But when I first started doing it, it was all about my common interests, like comic books, superheroes, like that. And I'd interview other people who were quite senior in business, CEOs, managing directors, who also happen to love Marvel, DC, all that goodness. And one of them, who is now my brother from another mother, like we're kind of, I think, besties. I'm going to say it. Actually, I've said it, it's happened. And his name is Nick Smethurst, right? And it turns out he and I have got the same favorite superhero, the Silver Surfer, which is more of an obscure one. Anyway, I'm on a line with Nick one time. I'm like, dude, what should I call this? And he went, from the middle of nowhere, he's a Mancunian, by the way. I can't do his accent. He goes, Flapongo Monthotha. I'm like, the hell does that mean? And he goes, don't know, mate, just made up. And I was like, all right, let's do that. Yeah.
Oh my
So
gosh.
that came
Only
about from the mind of Nick's crazy brain.
That's what I was gonna say. Only Nick's method was think of something like that. But yeah, when you said it, yeah, Nick named it. I was like, oh, yep, it clicks. So shout
Right,
out to
right.
you, Mr. Nick. He's awesome, and I love that the fact the common thing that you guys have is Silver Surfer is your favorite, viral character, which I
Yep,
think is awesome. I think this it's like so rare, right?
it is. It's really weird being on this side of the interview, by the way, because I want to talk loads, but I'm being questioned. I have to be quiet.
No, no, no. Talk loads, please do. Like this is okay. Look, here's the deal. This is not Q&A, peoples, and that's the whole point of things, right? Like nothing's worse and nothing's like a buzz killer than there's a question. Now it's your turn to answer. Now it's your turn to answer. It's like, no, have a fracking conversation as if, again, if you're at church or if you're at the Sunday social or if you're at the bar or, on the playground, you just socialize amongst each other, right, guys?
So
Who then goes,
do you say fracking because you watch Battlestar Galactica?
yes, I say fracking because I live in Texas. I'm kidding. Dum.
You don't even have that sound.
Oh, wait.
There you go.
Hey.
She got so used to not having the soundboard, so she had to vocalize it. So now I'm like, you have your soundboard, girl. Come on, do it. But I get what you're saying. I do have to rein myself back, Dale, whenever I'm on somebody else's show, because my innate thing is to want to get to know them more and get to know their story and interview them. And I'm like, wait, Raquel, let me stop.
We need
Yeah.
to hang out for reals. We need to come to America, like just hang out, because I think that would be fun. That'd be awesome, and yeah, the conversations will be hilarious. Yeah.
I think they'll be amazing. But anyhow, one question that I'm sure individuals are wondering what in the world, because I know I had this question, so don't judge me, okay? Rodriguez, D Rod, I want to understand your accent, your culture. How did you come about with the last name Rodriguez?
Oh, so this name has been the bane of my existence my whole life. So in the UK, it's a very rare name. So I'm like, oh, your name's so cool. I'm like, it's my name. Fast forward into adult life, I've learned that I don't say my name correctly. On several occasions, I've been to hotels where the concierge has been Spanish or Latina descent, and I say, hey, I've got a reservation booked for Mr. Rodriguez. And they go like, huh? Sorry? And I say it again. I was like, oh, can you spell for me? I'm like, okay, Rodri. Oh, Rodriguez. Oh, that's how you say it. You say it funny. I'm like, thanks. I'm aware. So yeah, both my parents are Jamaican. They emigrated here back in the 50s, 60s. I grew up here, Jamaican descent. It's just a family name that's come from Spain. I think if it's Z like mine, it's Spanish, and if it's S, it's Portuguese. That's all I know. Yeah.
Yes, yes. I mean, just think about that, guys, because I know I love learning from individuals from all over the world, and I have friends worldwide. And but to me, when I when I first ran into Dale via Nick, I was just like, that's an interesting individual. I was like, he must have some like Hispanic heritage back in his bloodline somewhere, right? Because I'm like Rodriguez. And Dale was so kind enough to say, yeah, even though my last name is Rodriguez, I speak no Spanish. So because my
Yeah.
my initial intent was like, yeah, hey, ¿cómo estás? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, no. I would just stare blankly at you. So, but not only that, add on top the Jamaican roots. And I'm just like, wait a second. But that
Hmm.
speaks to the beauty of cultural richness. And I know that that's really, really solidified and define who you are as an individual too. Now, the whole that you live in the UK and you have this
Hmm.
amazing accent, it just blows my mind. So tell us a little
Thank
bit
you.
more about that.
What the way I speak in particular. So
Yes.
my parents wanted me to speak this way, to get past cultural biases. So there's a multitude of accents in the UK. You guys know this already. You've got Mancunian, you've got Scouse, which is Liverpool, close to Manchester, but not quite. Don't confuse them; they'll get very angry. You've got the Black Country. You've got Cornish. There's tons. I would say mine is a fairly well-spoken, non-regional accent, mostly from the south. And my parents, I won't say they gave me elocution lessons, but they wanted me to speak a particular way, so that I convey myself in a professional manner. That's pretty much how it came about. I often get comments on how well spoken I am. Is what it is.
Yeah, I was going to say you do have a It's not posh, but it's definitely a more it's definitely not Cockney. Let's put it that way, right? Like it is very easy to understand as well.
Like if you want, yeah, I can speak like Southeast London, innit? And we'll do the whole thing like this, yeah. And it's not like, yeah, a little bit more, a bit chill. You get me?
Okay.
It's more
Yeah.
chilled.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But yes,
Well,
it was so. Go ahead, see. I'm sorry.
no, I was just gonna say, like, okay, I did go to England a couple years ago. I went on a kind of like a genealogy pilgrimage, if you will, for my boyfriend's family. I went with his parents, and turns out his family is out of the Newcastle area, and I did not understand the accents like up there. Like I felt so bad. We were up there, and we met up with a great group of people, and they're just chatting it up. And I swear to God, I understood maybe every other third word, fourth word, and I'm sitting there going, I know we speak the same language here. It is vastly different how much that accent is.
It's the same for other people in the UK. So I know that I've got, again, friends from Newcastle, specifically from Byker, it's a place in Newcastle. And that accent is even more extreme. Even other people from Newcastle can't fully understand them. And I also have to concentrate. And they'll often speak slower to me because they know I can't always get it. And then you've also got the slang involved as well, where, you know, the kind of ebonic / rural catchphrases words.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So like
man, I
in
didn't
Scotland, right?
realize.
Sorry.
Mhm.
They've got a phrase called colossal jobby. Can you guess what that is?
A colossal jobby.
Yeah.
That's amazing, or
A big something.
You're a colossal
Nose?
jobby. It's a big poo. It's a giant.
Oh no!
Yeah. No.
I'm gonna have to remember that.
And when I first heard it, I thought the same as you. Oh, yeah, someone's a colossal jobby. That's amazing. You're giving them a big up. You know, you're giving them respect. No, it's calling someone a giant turd.
Well, okay. I would not have thought of. I actually would have leaned more towards an insult than a compliment. A colossal jobby. Jobby to me implies like a knobhead, like a idiot. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I would think.
It's a giant poop. Sorry, I've
Oh,
lowered
I
the
like-
tone
well-
again.
gosh.
Oh, Andrew
well,
Ward,
I'm
by
a
the way,
big
he's
fan.
a guy. Andrew Ward. Sorry, I got to give him out. This
Andrew
guy.
Ward. Oh,
You
He's one of
actually met up with him in IRL not too long ago, right? Like a couple of months ago.
Last month, yeah, went African Wings. It was dope. He is one of the people that's just next level smart. You know what I mean? Just next level.
ew. Ew. What industry is he in? Is he in the
He is in the IT sector,
Okay.
specifically, I think, managed service providers and cyber stuff. Sorry, Andrew, I can't remember exactly what you do.
Andrew, we're gonna yeah, thank you. This is how you know when you know your friends. I don't know what they do. I just know they're
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty
well,
much
that
it.
in itself is a compliment. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Like my cat is just like she's just being nosy. But anyhow, but yeah, Dale, I love it. Nick was saying that you speak posh and he speaks peasant. So is
You know
that
what?
like is that how it's referenced? I don't know.
I would never call someone a peasant because that's kind of, you know, a little bit arrogant. But he is right. His accent is considered more common than mine, and mine is considered more posh. I can't help it. It's the way I speak.
But you don't see the weird like posh. You don't have like the super. Is it Etonian accent? What is it like the?
Oh
Oxford,
yes,
what was it?
really, yes, I say all that kind of
The-
stuff. And what?
Yeah,
Yes.
you don't want to sound like the monarchy or anything, right?
I wish.
Okay.
I wish. Sorry.
What is Dale is not a catfish for real? What does that mean?
Oh, so I often tell people that I'm not interesting in life because I don't think I am, and people think my online persona is way more interesting. Andrew thinks that I am interesting in life. I strongly disagree. This is all
Oh
just
my
a fact.
gosh. I mean, yeah, what he's talking about because you are an amazing cook and you also like your music taste is amazing. So tell us a little bit more about that since we're getting to know you, Dale. People are interested.
Okay. So music-wise, back when I was younger, my dad used to turn off the TV and say, "Just listen to music." So that's where it comes from. I grew up and didn't really listen to any kind of rock, metal, or indie music. I think it was rubbish. Until one day, I was about 13 or 14, my friend James Cornford, amazing guitarist, he's a professional musician. He was playing the riff from Van Halen, "Ain't Talking About Love." They're like dun 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 dun, and I was like, "Hey, can you show me how to play that?" And that's when I fell in love with the guitar. And if you ask anyone who likes rock or metal, right, they always start off light. They'll maybe get some classic going on. They might go to maybe Linkin Park, a little bit of screaming, yeah, and eventually you just loved it in with screaming and the thrash and the dent and all that stuff. So my tastes are quite eclectic. I also compose as well. I've written video game score and stuff. So I just love music. I love how it can either enhance your mood or alter your mood. So sometimes for a bit, just stick on a track, not to be a specific genre, but it can have a vibe. And yeah, music is in my opinion, one of those underrated things in our society. It can have such an impact, and it can really cross boundaries and borders. So I recently got into country music as well. I'm not gonna lie, because it's got like a negative stereotype for some people in the USA. I listen to it, and it's amazing. There's a guy, I can't remember his name. He's got an insanely deep voice. I can't remember his name. I'm so annoyed. I want to find it. Do you mind quickly Google it?
Go ahead. You can Google, and I'm just going to comment about how funny that Nick is like. He had a Game of Thrones reference to you. He says you're a Lannister and he's a Stark. Game of Thrones, and I think it's Nick. The fact you had to actually type in Game of Thrones reference, I think is hilarious. I think most people do know it, but and then Kimberly thinks you're quite posh, sir.
Thanks. Josh Turner, your man. If you have, the country.
Josh Turner,
your man. He starts right, and you look at his face, and you shouldn't judge a book by its color. The first line that comes in, his voice is like velvet fathoms of deep goodness. So I love him.
Your description also sells it. So yeah.
Honestly, give it a go.
One that goes turn the lights down low and something like that, right? See, I'm not a big person, so some of these references, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm not a country person. I mean, I'll listen to it live. I appreciate musicianship, but I cannot get into country. I can't get into Nashville country. I think I like the older school country.
Is Dolly Parton
the Nashville country I can't get behind. I just can't. I can't.
You're gonna have to teach us how to say some things.
You can do it. I believe in you. Come on, you can do it.
No, I know. I live in Texas, and I am like, I've got wonderful girlfriends who are like, come on, let's go out. There's like this band playing today, and I'm like, yay! And then I get there, and I'm like, okay, I'll just be politely smiling and drinking my sippies, and just enjoy the musicianship.
Yes, I completely get it. I think, Dayle, we do a disservice to Texans because we're both in Texas. However, we're like, I really don't know much about country. I'm sure I
as you guys about me, I do a disservice to all Brits. I don't like English breakfast tea. I like like Lasso. I believe it is whole brown garbage water that many of us just drink out of habit. And I might get like what's the word, excommunicated or shipped out of this country for saying that. But I don't like tea. I think it's horrible. Now coffee. Oh
my gosh.
Delicious.
I like tea when I'm sick. When I that's how I know I'm not feeling well, is when I crave tea.
Yes.
Isn't that the weirdest thing?
No, I had this feud with and battle with Nick as well. It's like, look, I'm sorry, I don't know how y'all can drink tea. To each his own, but I'm just like, it's just me. I just can't. Coffee.
I can see why the people in Boston didn't want to pay tax. I get it. Like controversial, but yeah, I get it. It's horrible.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my God, that is so amazing. But so that's your music taste. I know Syya can definitely talk to you for eons about music, and because you guys definitely share a lot of that. And I know, Syya, you're amazing with music and referencing all the bands and the concerts you go to. You're very rich in that.
Well, it's because I couldn't go in the 90s because I had no money. And now that everyone's coming back around again, someone actually posted a meme of this person that had a picture of Duran Duran, The Cure, Tears for Fears, and all their tickets that they've got pending. And then someone commented, "Is it 1986 again?" And I thought that was fracking hilarious. I thought it was really funny. Real quick here, I have to ask. And this is something where, across from across the pond, again, culturally speaking, we are bonded by a language, but yet at the same time, we're very two different countries and two different cultures. Could you kindly pronounce this word, sir?
Aluminium. As opposed to aluminum. Aluminium.
And does it upset you as much as Nick? Or is it Mike? Mike or Nick cannot stand us saying, one of us can't stand each other saying that word.
Because you guys say like aluminum, right? Aluminum.
Right, aluminum.
It's like, where did you lose that one letter? That's what, he says that.
But there is no I in our spelling, is it? I don't
No,
think there
no,
is.
but that's what they're saying. How did it like if
How do
you
you
get it
miss
from
the
the
I?
root language, how did it just disappear? That was Nick's argument. And I'm like, okay,
Oh, and just giving another good one as well. He said root
Oh,
because we say root and you guys say route.
no, I say root.
Yeah.
You say root. I say root. The southern states, I think, say route. No?
yeah, I say route, but yeah, no, but it's so funny because now in Spanish we do say aluminio. We have the I, so yeah, I don't, and in Spanish we also say ruta, which is root. So it's like, anyways, talking about the R's. Adele, have you been practicing your R's?
I have. I still
Do
can't
you
quite do
want to
it, but I'll
share
do
with
the.
us?
Yeah, okay, okay, ready? Rosas, rojas, rosas, rojas, rosas, rojas, rosas, rojas. I'm getting better.
Ah, yes!
Honestly, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that you told me that because I've been practicing it like every day because I want to be able to say Rodriguez. Can't do it yet properly.
I know. I remember it's like what was it, like a month ago or so, that I was just like, okay, no, you're gonna have to learn to roll your R. So I started telling him, say Rosa Roja, Rosa Rojas. And man, he's been practicing. You perfected it literally. So congrats. There's
Thank
hope,
you.
Nick. Nick can't roll his R worth.
Oh my gosh, neither can Mike. And when he tried, he's like, "Whoa!" I'm like, "Wait, what?" And he just went from being able to pronounce R's in general to "whoa," and I'm like, "Okay, just forget about it." Or "low." He says "low" or "whoa," and I'm like, "What's
That's
going on
awesome.
with that mouth?"
There's
That's
like there's
awesome.
no hope, no hope. But anyhow, so thank you so much for sharing about the music part of you, because I know, like I said, you have so much cultural richness in that, that comes from your background, also where you live. But tell us a little bit about the food, though, because I love grub, I love to eat, but I hear that you're amazing.
Okay, so my dad inadvertently started a tradition, right? So he told me when I was like little, Dale, my dad taught me to cook when I was 8. So he planted that seed. And ever since, I remember I was like 5 or 6, asking, "Dad, can I cook yet? Can I cook yet?" And he's, "No, not yet. You're not big enough." I'd help him, like, season the meat, all that kind of stuff. I think it is a West Indian cultural thing. We show a lot of love through food, right? And the reason being is a lot of signature dishes, like rice and peas, a lot of time and effort actually goes into cooking a Jamaican rice and peas. I'm talking like several hours. Like, you get the kidney beans, you got to soak them overnight, and then it's not just putting beans in the pot. There's other stuff that goes into it. Cook it for several hours. So when you prepare a good meal, like, again, chicken, it's seasoned, it's marinated. You're showing someone I've taken time to prepare food for you. Um, and I think that's, it's not West Indian culture that does that, but that's what it is for me. So I've been cooking since I was 8 years old, just learning to season things. And you know that cliche thing, black people don't measure seasoning, we just listen to our ancestors? Well, it's 100% true. I learned it from my granny, I learned it from my dad, from my mum. We just kind of sniff it. There's that kind of flavor I want, in it goes, and I kind of chuck
Yep.
it in. And yeah, and it turns out, well, after my daughter to cook, she's 3. And the other day, she seasoned the chicken with me. Obviously, I touched it all, but like, I was, "Baby, just have a little sniff. What do you think is good?" And she went, "I like that on that one." And it came out amazing. Combinations I would never have done. This little genius made some delicious sea chicken. I love it. I love
Ah,
preparing food for people. Also, I'm not gonna lie, my ego likes it as well. You know when you like do something and it comes out really well, like really, really well, you're like, like that for my ego. But I also just like feed people. Honestly, I'm a feeder. Like, I'm not good for your diet or your health. I'll give you macaroni cheese with like 5 different cheeses in there, butter just to make it taste nice. I'm like,
a gallon of butter. Yes,
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Look, life is too short. Life is too short. I get it. Maybe you can't do that kind of mac and cheese every day,
Mm-mm.
but come on, a little fun now and then. Is cherished by the wisest men. One of my favorite quotes.
But
Although I kind of ad libbed a little bit.
Oh
it's kind
my
of funny
God.
because I actually usually it's a keto diet as well. It's like no carbs or sugar, which is the opposite of what I usually prepare for people. So that's a bit weird, but
Oh my goodness. No, I do hear that, you're such an amazing chef and cook that you actually made your own smoker. You build your own smoker, right? Tell us a little bit about that.
yeah. So it was a little bit before lockdown, and I've always been a fan of smokers, right? And friends always say get a Weber grill. People say Weber. They're a good brand, but they're really expensive. And to get a smoker, a web smoker is like, let's see, does like $800. I'm like, damn, that's kind of expensive. And just so you know, I am not no good with my hands. Some people are amazing at painting, decorating, construction. I'm not. I was determined to make a smoker, so I ordered an oil drum online somewhere. I bought some steel girders from the local hardware store, and borrowed a angle grind from my father-in-law at the time. and carved that bad boy up, painted up, and made a smoker. It cost me, I don't know, like 100 quid, a couple of hours. So yeah.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, that is hella cool. Actually, I would be worried it blowing up on me if I, because that's a lot of heat and pressure. Like that'd be my worries about things and controlling the smoke, right? Like, I mean, that's really important in a smoker. Is like, now, do you do direct or do you do indirect smoking?
Both. So with the smoker I made, obviously there's like a rush hole to let air in, and there's a what do you call it, like a chimney on the top. I can control the rush hole, so the amount of air that goes in. And then
Okay.
when it's smoking, usually indirect because it's going to be low and slow.
Okay,
Right? So
yeah.
the brisket, you brine that boy, then you get the dry seeds on there. You leave it in. I like cherry wood. It's my favorite wood because it's the most versatile.
Okay.
And you pop it on there and leave it for like 3 hours so it gets the smokiness. Then wrap it up. Then leave it on for another hours or so, depending on how big it is, obviously. And that's usually indirect. And then it rests for like 20 minutes, and then all that juicy. I mean, you guys are in Texas, right? That's the one place that I would say rivals West Indians when it comes to like smoked barbecue goodness. Like Texas don't mess.
Yeah, I will say we're Californians, but I mean we've been living here for a decade and a half now. But anyway, we're still Californians anyway. But anyway, so it was interesting. So my boyfriend learned how to smoke, and he took like 9-10 hours to smoke a brisket, and they don't mess around. Like he like researched like the bark. I personally, do you like a lot of smoke in your brisket? Like Raquel, do you guys like a lot of smoke? I don't like a lot of smoke.
I like a medium, but then again, girl, I eat. I'm not a salad eating chick. I eat, so I definitely want it.
Well, I think I'm allergic or something. I get sick if it's too thick, barky. That big black bark, like too much, I actually can't eat a lot of it.
That's why I use
And
cherry
do you know
wood.
what?
So like hickory is a stronger smoke. Oak is a stronger smoke, whereas cherry, it's got sweetness to it and it's not as strong. That's why I prefer it. So yeah, it's a bit more middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think of the sweetness of that wood because I think when you think about Caribbean food, there's a lot of like seasoning, a lot of spice, but the sweetness to it too. I think it's like maybe do you think that wood complements because of the type of seasonings you guys are using?
I'm not gonna lie, I've never given it any thought. I have no idea. Sorry, that's not a very good answer. I
Oh, well, this may be
genuinely
something
don't
that you
know.
need to research, hey? What do you think?
I'm just wondering. And then have you guys seen those, like the memes and the I don't want to call it TikTok, but short videos where there's people like react and comment to other people's videos and whatnot. I literally saw this last night, which made me think of you, Dayle, which I'm sure every, boyfriend in the world likes to say that. But anyway, there's this woman that comments on certain ethnicities cooking, and she's sitting there going, "Okay, wow, you're hanging some like chicken drums, like drumsticks upside down," and she goes, "Okay," and the person's like putting salt and pepper on top, and she goes, "Okay, we're not going to season the chicken, and we're just going to put the fat drippings onto the vegetables," and they put it in the oven. She goes, "Okay, there's absolutely nothing going on here season wise." It was hilarious. It's just funny to me because I know for all three of our respective cultures, we add seasoning to our food. Like for me growing up, if we weren't crying at our family meals, was it really a family meal? Like, so do you guys think, and let me ask this, what is your favorite dish and why? Let's do that because we asked the audience
Oh my
too.
gosh, Jesus. Okay, I guess I'll go first. Yeah, because I think I know Mr. Dale's, but I love Thai curry, Thai yellow curry. I know it's so weird, but curries and just in essence, I love them. And the second to that will be sushi. So yeah.
So hard to use.
Dale's thinking.
Like, so hard. It would be a tie between oxtail and curry goat. I say curry goat because I don't have it all the time. And when Granny prepares it, she's like 93 years old, she still makes it some of the time. And again, there's so much love and flavor. Like so much flavor. I know people in the UK think it's weird to eat goat. I'm like, it's just a sheep tastier. So
What is the difference? I don't know the
between
difference.
between a goat and a sheep.
Is it what domesticated or versus are they species difference? Like what's the difference?
So sheep tend to have the wool fluffy kind of stuff. Goats have kind of fur. Goats tend to live on mountains most of the time, and sheep don't. But there's a slight difference. I can't remember the exact difference. Anyone else knows, that would be great. But I know there is a difference. If I saw them together, I could tell you the difference. But like, that one's a sheep, that's a goat. But
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So is it And here's my thing. I have trouble with goats and non beef or chicken or pork meat. Is like I can like deer. Like I taste that gaminess.
Same
There's like
here.
a added something. I don't know if it's a bitter aftertaste for me or something, and I'm not quite sure. Is goat? Does it taste similar to sheep?
It has a. So have you ever had mutton before?
What's a mutton? Isn't that a sheep?
Okay, so when most people when we sheep, it's usually lamb, right? So a young sheep. Mutton is an old sheep that has died of natural causes, and it usually has a stronger flavor because it's older. So I would say goat has more of a lamby, sheepy flavor to it. So yeah, goat has a stronger flavor, and it does have a distinct flavor as well.
Yeah, that
I
gamey,
don't think you'd like it.
that gamey wild taste. I can't dig it. So I feel you on that, Sia, for sure. Just because I can't. I've tried deer. I've tried goat. It's just not particularly my thing. Chicken is my go-to. I'm a
What's the
chicken.
weirdest thing guys have ever eaten? What's the weirdest thing? Like the one that's like, ooh, people judge me for that.
I've done frog legs. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, I think that's the weirdest thing I've eaten.
Growing up Asian, I don't even know what I've eaten half the time. So I'm gonna say whatever my mommy and daddy have given me, because gosh knows what I don't know. I don't know. The weirdest thing I've ever eaten. Uh, yeah, I've eaten it all. I think I've had it all. I've had brain, cabeza. The brain. I've
Mm.
had all the internal organs you can think of. I've had pork feet. Like I've had fish.
Pig's
I don't even
ears.
want to know.
Pig's ears.
Pig's ears. We've eaten chicken
Cow tongue.
feet. Not my. Here's my and snail. Yeah, I've had escargot.
Nice.
Asian and French style. Neither. I mean, French style is actually really tasty. I gotta admit. I've had raw conch.
Is that nice?
Like
Because
I
I've
don't.
tried it.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's probably the weirdest thing because it's raw. And I probably wasn't the smartest person. I was in Turks and Caicos, and we were on the beach, and I may or may not had a few sippy sippies with my friends. And we were walking on the beach, and we see this dude on a table with this big ass snail looking thing, and he literally just pulled it out of the ocean and he's cutting it up, and I'm like, oh, okay, let's try it. It was actually quite tasty, but it was literally fresh out of the water.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The texture for me. Yeah, I'm a texture girl. So if it's just rubbery,
Did it wriggle in your mouth when you were like? Did it
No,
wriggle?
he cut it into smaller pieces, but it was like what it tastes like? Really fresh cuttlefish. Like not cuttlefish. Ooh, cuttlefish is good too. Really fresh. When you bite into what's that thing called? The squid
octopus.
Calamari?
calamari.
Hmm.
So like a fresh calamari, like when you bite it, like it's really good, like the fried calamari. It's got that. It's not rubbery. But it's got a firmness to it. That's what conch raw tasted like.
Hey,
Sounds
your
good, actually.
sister try us saying ants. Would have
Oh, my sister. My
yeah.
sister. Oh my god, I gotta highlight her, you guys, because
Yeah,
she is, if I may, she is we have had ants in Thailand. Yes, it was an ant soup up in Chiang Mai. And we were all like, my cousin took us out to dinner and we're like, oh, just order for us. We want to try all the local dishes. And we thought they were effing with us. We actually thought that they were like, our American relatives, let's put ants in the dish as fun. And they're like, no, that's an actual dish.
Oh my gosh, a
So
culture shock
oh,
for you, huh?
Did the ants taste
what my
nice?
sister has had that I won't? Chrysalis, fried chrysalis. So street foods.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So they literally it's fried chrysalis is the pre butterfly stage, right? It's
Mm.
not it's post caterpillar, pre butterfly. It's in the cocoony thingy, and they stab it and they put it on a skewer thingy and they season it up, and then you eat it and it's like crunchy, soft on the middle. Like I did not have that.
Oh my
Couldn't do it.
gosh, that would definitely be a shock for me. Because I love butterflies, so I'm like, but yeah. Yo, man, we have been on this this whole tangent on food for the last 20 minutes. Everybody's saying
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'm hungry now," and I'm actually like hungry. Like I'm gonna go get me some food after this. But
Dude,
this is so.
I mean,
Like the funny part of this is like we've had you on the show for about 30 minutes now, and we haven't even talked about what you do, buddy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah. Okay, you talk about what you do, sir, and then I'm going to keep scrolling through people's food choices because if we can be an inspiration, I would love to inspire other people to try new. Please, everyone, try foods. Wait,
Yay.
wait. Can I have a Syya rant
Yes,
moment?
go for it.
Do it. Go for it.
For the love of all things, and this is an international crew today. Please, you guys, if you cannot physically travel to another world, go to restaurants. It will give you a literal taste of another world, another culture, another group of humanity that you can vibe with and get to know. And again, just gonna throw it out there because there's a lot of international people here in the text messages here in the audience is get to know it before you pitch slap it. Do not just send out saying, "Hey, hire me. I'm going to do all this work for you for cheap." We don't care about that. So, to feed into, well, let's get to know you. What do you do and who are you? I think Dayle, please kindly share with us exactly what you do outside of make delicious food and make everyone hungry.
I'm just going to echo what you said. The first time I met you, when we had our one-to-one chat, we spent 45 minutes talking about music. I noticed you had a guitar, and I used the words vibe, and I was like, we're vibing so hard right now. And it was just nice speaking to you and getting to know you, and it's led this kind of conversation. And I 100% echo what you guys say. Just get to know people. Take an extra time. We're all tired of being sold to. We all get sorry. So, what do I do for a living? So I work for an accounting firm in the UK called Creston Reeves. I am not an accountant. It's very important to note. If you ask me to do your accounts, I could probably do it, but they're rubbish. So I'm a business advisor, specifically systems advisory. And if I could explain my job, I ask our clients why they do things a certain way, hopefully without getting them off, and then suggesting a better way of working on their systems and workflows. Because I'm not an accountant, I can guide it from a different perspective. So I've got a background in web development. And my question would be to you, if your accountant or bookie says, hey, use Xero, QuickBooks, or Sage, it's really good for your finance. My question would be, how does that work with your CRM if you have one? Are you planning to get one in the future? And let's actually look at what is best for you. Because with technology, there is literally no silver bullet. No one's going to build a system that's perfect for you and your business. But what you've got to do is figure out what is your need to have and must haves and score the relative vendors in that area to get you the product you need. And again, work out your project and missions. But that's the boring stuff. Most of the time, I'm just cracking jokes with clients. That's how I get clients, if I'm honest. I just make jokes. And the way I'm speaking now is the way I would speak to a client that earns, 20 million turnover. I just talk the same way, which apparently is quite refreshing because it's a very serious thing, accountancy and business stuff. So
yes, it's quite refreshing. So that's why I said that I wanted to make sure that you were highlighted because you approached it from a different angle, and you inject your fusion of flavor in there, who you are as an individual. But so we already established you are a genius. So can you explain?
I'm not like you.
Can you explain? Because on your headline it says that you're well versed, or you're two different techie language. I have no clue all of that. What is that exactly?
So on profile, I say fluent in speak. So L337, right? So Leet Speak, in my personal opinion, is one of the best things that ever came out of the internet. So back in the day, if you played World of Warcraft, like way back, like 15, 20 years ago, that's how long it's been around, to get certain items called elite items, and then the items that had the best stats, and you go, oh, I'm elite, because you had all the elite gear. It then got abbreviated into elite. Okay, so you say, I'm elite, I'm good, so leveled up to the highest level in this game, and it spilled into other gaming culture. Then what happened was there was some kind of unwritten rules about what elite speak is when you're typing, even to the point where non-native English speakers would type in that way. So it became almost global. So for example, 3 is always E. T is always 7. Not always, most of the time. And certain phrases like owned or pwned or what kind of came out. And you can kind of have a conversation with people when typing, because this days before you had headsets, like to play the game and type, because again, bandwidth. When I first started playing online games, I still had dial-up, right? So there was no video, there's no sound. It was play the game and type at the same time as playing. It was really hard. Anyway, so Leet Speak came out of that. You'd have certain ways of talking, and you kind of talk in a code. And again, for me, what was really cool is international. You could play with someone in the Netherlands or someone in Japan, and English might be their first language, and they know certain parts of Leet Speak, and it's cool. My Facebook is set up in Leet Speak at the moment, to be honest. I read it.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's interesting. I never knew about that. So thank you for
Hmm,
definitely enlightening us on that in the audience.
you're welcome.
But you're amazing. You're fantastic, and we've seen that in the short time that you've been here. And that's why I wanted people to get to know you. So for people to reach out to you, how can they connect with you?
To be honest, they can reach out on LinkedIn. I'm really active. I'm quite active on there. You can email me. I'm not going to give out my email address because there might be some annoying salespeople on here who are going to pitch that. So screw you, they'll work for it. But no, LinkedIn's this way. If you want, you can check out the Creston Reeves website. I've got a bio on there, which again you can call up and send email, that kind of stuff. So that's probably the best way.
Okay. Okay. So LinkedIn will be the best way.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, who are you looking to connect with, Dale? I like to ask that question just because. So if there's individuals in the comments or who will watch in the replay, so that they can
Yeah.
get to know you a little bit more. If actually, hey, you know what, this guy can actually help me. So who are you looking to connect with? Who can you help?
Two types of people. I am happy to connect people for no business purposes whatsoever. I'm just happy to chat, talk about food, talk about anime, comics, music, and just enjoy getting to know you. That's person. If we're going to put my business hat on, I really like looking with funded startups and scale ups, even some established businesses. So if you've been in business for 20, 30 years, you haven't reviewed your systems, specifically your IT systems, in 15 years, give me a chat. Like we'll go a little chalk, we'll see what's going on, how annoying it is for your staff to do certain things. They're the people I like working with, but scale ups are always fun because they're always like, yeah, let's go, let's build. I like that high energy. I enjoy that. It's fun.
Okay. All right. Have you ever considered radio, Dale?
A few people have told me this because apparently I've got a face and voice for radio. The reason why I'm not going to do it is my younger sister. She is actually a radio presenter for the BBC, and I feel like if I tried to go into that, she'd think stepping on her dreams, and I don't want to do that. She's awesome. She's so cool.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you should just do that on, maybe you could be the internet version of her.
Maybe.
Maybe you do your own channel, YouTube channel. Like I said, I think the premise of your show, and I do have to just bring that back because you know what? I didn't realize Silver City was your favorite. I can change that if you want me to.
No,
If you
no.
want me to change up the coloring.
I'm cool with Goku as well. I'm pretty sure that's Goku from Dragon Ball Z. That's awesome. I mean, I've got that anime hair going. I think someone earlier in the comments said Naruto, which is also
Yeah.
awesome. So yeah, I'm good with that. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. No, Dale, I love you, my friend. I'm so glad that we've met. And yes, if you do ever come to Texas, we will have some fun times. I think you'd like it out here. Most people, uh, when they come to Texas, I think have this impression of everyone's wearing cowboy hats and all that. But culturally, Texas is so ginormous that each city has its own vibe. So Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, Austin, even Midland, Odessa, it's totally different vibes. Even Dallas and Fort Worth are two very different cities, and we're like what 30 miles apart from each other. So we'd love to have you, my friend.
Yeah.
It's not
And
if I am coming. You got it on the list. I'm coming to visit. I need to go to California, see some people. I need to see you guys. It's happened. Don't know when, but it's happening.
I'm
For
sure it's
sure.
gonna happen. If not, then we're gonna have to make it happen. That we go over there, and visit you guys in the UK. I know Andrew Ward was saying, "Hey, come on over, ladies. We'll treat you the right way, especially foodies." But anyhow, I know we're coming to the end of closes. Actually, overtime. But this is how awesome it's been to have you, and the conversation that we've had. People in the comments have been enjoying it. But Dale, any parting message that you would like to say?
Sorry, I usually ask that question, and I should have had something prepared for that. Okay. Any parting wisdom?
Golden nuggets, my friend.
Golden nuggets.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Tell people, please have a better password than 1234556. That is still the number one password.
Is it
Oh yeah.
Gosh. Yeah.
golden nugget? Golden nugget. Sorry, I'm really thinking. I want to go out on a high. Be kind, be thoughtful, and be empathetic. Honestly, those things are skills that will get you through life, make life more enjoyable for others around you, and make life enjoyable for you. Honestly, just consider other people's feelings, whether you're online behind the keyboard or face to face. Just think, how will the other person receive what I'm saying or doing? That's my advice.
Oh.
You could seriously like narrate books and do like audiobooks. I would just listen and like close my eyes. Like for him, like Leslie Nidix, Stephanie Delfonso's and his voice, or just like, oh,
Legit.
like like Velvet for
Legit.
real.
Have
That
you
would
guys
be, oh
got?
my gosh.
Sorry,
No, go, go, go.
I was gonna say, do you guys ever have the Stephen Fry audiobooks? Because he's someone quite
Oh, I
prolific
love
in the
Stephen
UK.
Fry.
And again, when he reads, his
Oh,
voice and his articulation are just like, yeah.
yeah. No, he's just good. He's a Stephen Fry though. I mean, that guy's, isn't he a certified though, like Mensa, like genius person? Isn't he like,
Oh yeah, his IQ's
he's
off
a,
the
he's,
charts. He's an incredibly smart human being, for sure.
yeah. No, he's legit.
Yeah, but
To quit.
oh my gosh, God. But for real though, think
I
about
know
that.
Hammer.
Consider MC Hammer. Consider it.
Syya said it.
Hey, that could be another avenue for you, side thing, side gig can turn into something else
Voiceover.
later, right? But Dale, I know it's like before somebody starts shooting me, I will send you backstage. But before that, thank you so much for accepting the invitation and for gracing us with your presence. You're amazing. Keep being awesome like you are. And for people who want to connect with Dale, you know how to find him on LinkedIn, and you can also, learn a little bit from him. Keep working on the R's. You're almost got it. To say Rodriguez. We love you, pal. Thank you so much for being here. And
Thank you for having me.
hang in the background, and we'll be right there with you guys. Say bye to Dale, y'all. Thank you so much, Dale. Appreciate
Very
you.
well.
Oh my gosh. See ya. I love.
Yes, mama.
Oh my gosh, that was so amazing. Before I keep going, another shout out to Nick. Thank you, Nick Smethers, for making that connection. Otherwise, I wouldn't have met Dale. And it's been an amazing thing. This is just the beauty to see if for individuals to be out there, like how you can get to meet other folks. It's just like literally just talk to individuals, and you don't even know the type of relationships you'll start forming that are conducive to some wonderful things in the world. So, or become impactful in a positive way. So I just loved it. But I wanted to give a shout out really quick. I saw you in the comments, my friend and my sister. I love you, Sandra Lima. I believe I haven't chatted with you in a couple of weeks, but I know last time we chatted, you were still looking for a job opportunity. Please connect with Sandra Lima. If there's a recruiter in the comments, we're continuously with this job situation, how it is, man, it's really saddening that people are they're like not able to find any opportunities right now. So Sandra Lima, I love you, sis. Hang in there. And opportunities for her for employment or anything like that you guys come across, please let us know what you do. I know you do an executive assistance position. That's what you're looking for. So I love you. Hang in there. Don't lose hope. And I know there's many individuals out there who are going through the same thing. So I love you. Okay. I'll reach out to you after the show. Other than that, a couple other shout outs. Randy House, I saw you. OG, thank you for always being such a great and amazing individual and supporting. Nicole Angai Galindo, thank you, sister. You're amazing. Thank you for calling me and lifting me up this week. It's been a little tough. But, and you know what? This week has been a little tough for a lot of people. But it's just so wonderful that, we have one another, and just an encouraging call, an encouraging message, an encouraging like something. It kicks you out of it or snaps you out of that negativity. And that's what we need, guys. Just like Dale said, be a little bit more kind, be empathetic, and just do the right thing. Don't be a butt crevice. Okay.
Oh, am I rubbing off on you? I am rubbing off on you.
I guess you are, girl. I wonder why. I mean,
Don't know. Speaking of rubbing off, oh wait, no, that doesn't sound right. Never mind. Speaking of influencing one another. Oh wait, Sandra's in the UK, you guys.
yes, she's in the
Dale.
UK.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay, Dale, Nick,
Yes.
and Andrew. I think you're in the UK as well. Guys, help her out, man. If you guys know anyone that I think remote EA is remote EA. But that being said, there's got to be some businesses out there that are looking for Sandra. So sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't realize you're in the UK.
Yeah, she's in the UK, and I've mentioned her before because she's been looking for this long. And like I said, she gets to the interview process, and just everything just doesn't fall through. And it's just saddening though, because she's an amazing individual. She has a lot of talent, and she's very, very disciplined in what she does. So sending you some more good vibes, love, and I hope that somebody who's watching the program is able to, contact you, or if there's a recruiter, please, please, please. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I had a couple more shout outs. I actually wanted to, yes, the show from last show who got all the three answers correct, who was a noun hound. I wanted to let them know that they won a free consult with me, a 30-minute free consultation for brand, just personal branding. And that is the winner. Are we ready to?
To reveal?
Yay.
No, we're not ready to
Oh,
reveal. So hold on, give me 2 seconds.
Okay. But
Wait,
yeah, so this was the game that we played last time, the trivia from last April Fool's Day, where we had our wonderful full Mike Asher Brander. I love you. I mean that in a most endearing way. You know that. And so, yes, we played where, the individual who got all the answers correct or the most answers correct would win a free consultation with me. And so we're ready to reveal that name.
and it's ready?
Yes.
Ready?
Who won that? Where is it?
You know what's funny? I don't have a drum roll.
You don't? That's Yay! Who is it?
It's Paul Dyke.
I was just like,
Seriously, I'm like a 5-year-old. It's way
so,
too much fun.
Paul, I will be reaching out to you to set that up. Thank you, my friend, for being so supportive. And I know you come to every show, to all of our shows, and you're just an amazing individual. I'm like, that's the type of people we want to have around, right? So I'm looking forward to having our conversation and see how we can vibe mutually, collaborate to do something, right, to help the world. So congratulations again. And but anyhow, is there anything else that we need to do, Madame?
I just want to shout out one next thing. And so that next week, you guys, is going to be a huge week for us.
Yes.
And of course, that's when my throat tightens up. I do want to bring this back up one more time because this is not pitch slapping, to clarify, Mary Baker. This is actually promotion of our crew. And because we all know each other already, I just do want to remind people. Oh my gosh, of course my throat decides to get dry. So coming Monday, we're going to have a special series. It's going to be different look and feel. So as you can see, where we are remote, Raquel's in Houston, I'm in Dallas. We're all going to be in person next week. Oh my gosh.
I've been waiting for that. I've been looking forward to this thing. Girl, drink some water. I've been looking forward to this entire, ever since Mike was like, I'm coming. I was like, what? I was like, yes. And then other individuals started coming, and signing up. And I'm like, heck yes, we're going to have a blast. Like, you don't understand. It's not even just to physically just embrace one another and that brotherly, sisterly hug, because we feel the love, right? But also doing things together, content creation, I'm just mind blown and I cannot wait.
Yes. So if you see us looking slightly less professional, as in we're going to be laughing our butts off because we're physically in the same room where we can high five each other and cough in front of each other. Yeah, it's going to happen. So Wednesday night, Mike's show is going to be live. Saturday, Raquel will be with us. She'll be joining us. Right, Raquel?
Yes.
Happen. Okay. And there might be other impromptu lives that we'll be doing all next week, because we are doing a massive social media discussion on the future of the hounds and future of Araki Corner and the future of some other individuals that we can't launch or talk about on their launch. So a lot of stuff coming up together, and it's all because of collaboration, guys. And it all came about because of LinkedIn, and we all connected on LinkedIn. That's why.
And which is the reason why this show exists, for you to have a safe space to connect with other individuals who are like-minded and, necessarily not in your same industry, but who are also very kind, lead with the heart, and want to really collaborate or make this world a better place. So I urge you guys, connect with people in the comments. This is why I have this. I thrive off of doing this. I sleep better when I'm able to help individuals really connect at a deeper level. So, oh gosh, like I cannot wait. I cannot wait for the magic that is going to be created next week. Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh, oh.
Don't make me do my ugly laugh, girl. But anyhow, so y'all, I know we're way over time, and I've had an amazing time today. I thank you so much for always coming on Saturdays and spending your hour with us. And this weekend, I know it's a long weekend, so enjoy it. Please be safe. Hug your babies, hug your kiddos, your fur babies, anybody. Just kind of going off of what Dayle said, just be there for one another. Be a support for somebody. Smile, give a hug, give a call, a text. Just do something. So many individuals nowadays are feeling so lonely, and nobody should feel that way. We're here. If you want to reach out, if you want to just chat, just reach out to one of us. The Hounds is a community. Reach out to anybody that you see in the comment section. The majority are Hounds, but it's because we genuinely care about one another. And again, we wouldn't be here without the individual who started this entire thing, Mike Asherbrander. We love you, and I always give you so much praise because you mean so much, and you are the heart of this community. So without further ado, see you guys next weekend. Love you all.
Sending virtual hugs. Happy holidays, everybody.
Love you all. Take care, okay? Thank y'all.
Thanks for joining us, and I hope our chat inspired you to make a new connection. Please like and subscribe, and let's build a great community in our little corner where we get serious business done by injecting fun. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, come back to Raquel's Connection Corner.